So today's Ask the Girls comes from a gentleman, and he sent this in. He starts off by saying, "Here's something I have been thinking about. There's this lady. There's this lady I proposed to a few days ago. I know her very well, but now I am beginning to question that. When I proposed, she did not say no. We were alone in the house, just the two of us. I did not have to beg or try to convince her. She simply stretched out her hand. I slipped the ring on her finger, and that was it. Then she sat down like nothing had just happened. I expected excitement, maybe a smile, a glance at the ring, a hug, anything to show that it meant something, but none of that came. I asked her if she was okay, and she said, very much." It reminded me of what happened in February when I bought her flowers. I'm assuming this was for Valentine's. When you bought her flowers, she simply took them, said a soft thank you, and that was it. No excitement, no emotion. But beyond that, she is a good person, well composed, focused on her work. Sometimes she even pays for dinner. She respects me and never likes to argue. In fact, if a conversation starts heading towards conflict, she will stop it before it escalates. So now I am wondering, do you think her calmness is just part of who she is, or could it be something deeper? Is this normal, or am I overthinking this? Number one, it could be just who she is, you know. I'll give you myself as an example. I don't know how to, you know how when somebody gets a gift, in my mind I usually have like a conflict, like how should I react to this? Like that reaction for me, like beyond saying thank you, like if we're doing too much, then it feels performative, and I don't want it to feel performative. It has to be very organic. So for some people, thank you is enough. Like, that's just it. Number two, it could be you're a very low maintenance person, because what do you mean? A marriage proposal just happened on a random Tuesday evening while the two of you were in the house together. You just said, "Will you marry me?" She put out her hand, you slid the finger. What were you expecting? You did not even under flowers. I'm not saying be extravagant, but make it special. Just a random day you guys were chilling and you asked her to marry you and she said yes, and you slipped the... What was she supposed to be excited about? The lack of flowers? Excited by the lack of balloons? Excited by the lack of champagne? What was she supposed to do? Scream and shout? And there's no bubbly, like, sir, like, calm down. Or it could be just who she is. Or she don't like you. I don't know. At this point, I don't know. But the only thing I am getting from all of this is the fact that you are doing the bare minimum and expecting praises and exaltation. Like, simmer down.
Yeah, I never put out a video of my engagement. And there's a very specific reason. It's like, you know how people expect that there is, as Turia said, there's an expectation of like this, oh my God, falling over, fainting, all
jumping.
of these things happening at the same time. But like, that didn't happen for me, simply because three things went completely off. One, as we were getting to first of all, when we got to, because the proposal was happening at Ololo, inside the national park, there's a restaurant there. When we got to the pickup point, I saw my friend who's a videographer, right? So I'm like, what's he doing here? Why is he here? It's like, oh no, babe, it's just like, we're trying to record this for, it's the first time we hang out with her. I'm like, that explanation does not make sense. And then the intentionality of the recording as well did not make sense. Number two, my husband and I went in different cars, right? So I'm like, why you never go anywhere without me. What do you mean you're leaving without me? What? Where are you going? And the whole time we're not on the same trail as well, like as we are going to bundu bashing in the park, he's nowhere to be seen. So I'm like, okay, something big is about to happen. Upon arrival at the restaurant, from the corner of my eye, I saw balloons. I'm like, oh, something cool is happening over here. And then everyone was ushered to go that way except me. I'll still just sit here for a second. You know, we want to do like a cute video of you just walking down. Plus, he'd asked me to wear heels. My husband never asked me to wear heels. Never, ever. He said, just wear a pair of heels. You know, we never go to this restaurant that many times in a year. You know, let's just get some cute videos. I'm like, look cute. And he's like, oh, you're wearing that? I would wear, you know, he was giving so many suggestions. I'm like, okay, something's going down. Why is it so important that I look a particular way? But I'm like, I had told him, if you're ever to propose to me, make sure I have fixed my nails. I was obsessed with doing my nails back then. I haven't done my nails in a long time now, but like I used to do back-to-back nails. So I'm like, make sure my nails are cute. They've been made up.
Pictures with
I have pictures with
fingers.
with, you know,
No.
like you better tell me. So that didn't happen. So it's like it never clicked in my mind that was happening. But when I saw the balloons and then I saw everyone getting ushered there, I'm like, what's about to happen? Okay, cool. I don't know. And as I was sitting, my husband was like, oh, just give me a second. I just want to, you know, I want to use the washroom. And when he went to the washroom, came out, he was wearing a different outfit. Very
so you had
formal.
seen it coming.
But that's not the worst part. There was a lady, one of the waitresses was at the counter. I think she didn't know that it was me. So she's like, oh my God, yeah, there's a proposal happening today. Like, would you propose to your girlfriend over here? Da, da, da. So I'm like, damn, she ruined it. I'm getting proposed to. So that was also happening in the Fairview. So the excitement,
kazi, like, first of all,
it's already like even shukishwa kidogo. I'm excited, but now I'm like, oh shit, how am I going to react? You know, it's like
you're already in your head
about it. And then when we actually got to the place where he was, you know, whatever, popping, it's like, oh, I was wearing heels in a garden. So my heels dug into the ground, the grass. And so as he's doing the bending, I can't move. Because I don't want to ruin his moment. I don't want to ruin this because I'm overthinking it, right? Because now I know this is happening. My feet are dug, like there's recording happening. Like I want this to be like a nice memory for everyone who's there. So I'm not moving. Like my feet are dug into the ground. I am stuck. I can't move. So then he has to actually move towards me, whatever. And even when he's like, oh, would you? I'm like, I can't jump up. Otherwise my shoes are gonna come. Right? All this is happening. So why would I be showing you that? Why would I show anyone that? That's a cute memory between me and the people who are there. Okay? The end. Right? All of these things to say, sometimes a lot of things could be happening in the background without you necessarily being privy to them, and you make a lot of assumptions, right? Like your assumptions are doing their own thing, this other person is on their own headspace, right? But to mention something that was important, make more effort. Like you're doing, imagine it's Valentine's Day, this guy gives you a flower. Like, okay.
And he wants you to shout. He wants you to be grateful.
You proposed to me to Kowawili. Who am I screaming to? There's no witnesses.
Who am I showing?
No witnesses. You're doing little. You're doing very little. Do better. Do better. And speaking of doing better, men generally, I feel like y'all need to do better. By the way, anytime I say men, I'm not talking about the men of the people on this show. Woo! I'm talking about all of the others, because all of the others are ghetto. That's what I mean. But men in general need to do better. And we have a very plaguing question today, which is about second wives. I will read the question verbatim, because if I say it any other way, my face is going to do a thing, right? This was the question. Can you congratulate your husband for marrying a second wife? That's the conversation. Talk That Talk Thursday.